another video, and today we are going to have another type of unboxing. Can you see it? So Upcrate finally sent me the advent calendar that I bought from them, and I am very excited to open it with you on screen. I think I'm going to film it this way because this box is ginormous and I don't think I can fit it on my table, so let's get started. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and open this box and see what this looks like inside. I have no idea. I'm just excited about it. I was hoping it would get here in time. I did cancel my Upcrate subscription, but I could not resist the advent calendar. Anyone that knows me in real life knows I love a good advent calendar. Oops, I just took the piece right off my scissors. Okay, there we go. Safety first. Okay. Trying to make this work. So it says, "Hey Christina," that's my full name. "This is for you. Have fun with your art supplies. Best wishes, Captain Crate." Oh my word. You guys. Oh my goodness. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay, this is amazing. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to take everything out of the box and put it in front of me, and then I'll open them live. I'll open them here on YouTube, and you can watch. Guys, this is mildly insane how much stuff I just witnessed come through. Like, there's two filled boxes that are like Upgrade subscription box sizes. Look at that. This is number 2. I still need to find number 1. Number 1! I found it! Okay. Alright, this is all out of order. So you're just going to have to bear with me as I do. This is 24. I'm going to put it on the bottom. Holy crap, guys! Upgrade, this is amazing! I paid for this. There. I'm going to link right there how much I paid for this. 10, okay. So let's see, 10, 18, so 16 comes before 18. I'm just putting these in order by number. And then 6 can go in this pile. Okay, and then we'll just search through this pile for the rest. Here's number 1. Let's find out what's in it. All right. Okay. Ooh, we get Lefranc of Lefranc and Bourgeois. And this is their oil paint. It is, I have no oil paint, by the way. It is their wheel, I don't know how to say it, extra fine artist oil colors. There it is. There it is. And it is in the color Space Blue. I have no oil paints, so like if there's a lot of oil paints in this box, that's going to be super exciting as a super fun thing that I don't have any of. This is number 2. It's a brush. Okay, it is a Gonis Aquarelle. Oh, I can't talk. Aquarelle. It's a watercolor brush. Size 6 round. Kind of got a fluffy edge there. So I'm going to test these supplies. Then I will probably not have the face, but I will test these supplies. All right, I'm going to put these in the box behind me. Okay, let's see now. Number 3. It's number 9, 19, 8. Here's 4. I'll hold on to 4. Here's number 3. All right, what's in here? Okay, it is some kind of wooden whistle. It's a piece of bamboo. I don't know what this does. Does it hold something to write with? It's like got a little split in the wood here. Do you guys see this? I don't know what it does. We'll find out. We'll find out together. There's no instructions. And I don't think there was a list. But maybe one of the later things has a list to all of the supplies. Okay, number 4. Ooh, it's Winsor & Newton ink, and it's Canary Yellow. This is not a color of Winsor & Newton ink that I currently own, so that's very exciting. I don't know if the ink is supposed to go in this big bamboo thing. I imagine all will be revealed by the end, but I love a good Winsor & Newton ink. Stuff's just flying everywhere. Okay. Number 5. It's a sketchbook. Mixed media sketchbook. Ooh, it's good mixed media paper. It's like not super smooth, which you know is my jam. Look, from Art Space. Super cute. Yay, I love that. It's a full sketch. So already this is like a huge value. I feel like I'm definitely getting my money's worth here already. Even though I don't remember what I paid for it. I think I paid, I don't know. I'll look it up. I'll look it up later. This is number 6. We're going to peel it and see what's in this huge box. Number 6, message to myself, have fun. Is this just an entire Upcrate? Oh, this is just a whole Upcrate. They just added one of the Upcrates right in here. I had this Upcrate already, so that's kind of a womp-womp, because I already had this Upcrate. But I wonder if people get random ones, or if they get ones they already have. I did get this Upcrate. I didn't film this Upcrate. This was one of the ones that over the summer got lost. But I do like these paint pens. They were really nice, and that's interesting that it's just an Upcrate. But that's okay. I don't want to say it like that, because like there's a lot of good value in there. But if you're somebody that subscribes to Upcrate, you would already have had those supplies this year. So, I mean, I can gift them to people. So that was number 6. Let's find 7. I'm running out. This desk there's just no space on it now. Number 7. Number 7 is right here. I'm doing real good, guys. Number 7. I am not an face-to-face unboxer. Have we learned that so far? Okay. Brunswick Holland pencils. And it looks like there is a blue one and a purple one. They are not the Brunswick design pencils, which are pretty high-end. These would be like just your normal Brunswick colored pencils. I will test them. Hopefully they are at least Prismacolor quality so they can go into my big colored pencil case that I like to work out of when I do mixed media. Let's see. Number 8, number 8. Here's number 8. It's getting better now. I can at least see all of the numbers. Oh boy, these look messy. So we have oil pastels from Van Gogh. We have the color Red Violet, the color Deep Yellow, and the color Scarlet. So 3 colors that would blend nicely together. Sorry, I'm touching them like this. I'm just not wanting to get oil pastels all over myself, and I'm going to put them back in here. But that's pretty cool. They did do a number on the inside of here, and they're not wrapped in something. So I'm impressed that they made it here from Germany, to be honest. But lots of oil stuff in this box, which is cool because I don't have any oil pastel stuff really at all. I have some Sennelier oil pastels, but that's exciting. Okay, so now we get a blending stump. That's very key because I can't use oil pastels without a blending stump. And we have a Viking pencil and a Brunswick pencil in 2H and 3H. So 2 different sizes of pencil from 2 different companies, but lead's always nice, graphite's always nice to work with and to sketch with, so that's very exciting. That was number 9. So we have made it to number 10, which is another one of our envelopes. And here we have another sketchbook. Oh, it's a zigzag sketchbook. I love these. Hold on, I'm going to open it. I love a zigzag sketch. It's watercolor paper. Let's see what kind of watercolor paper. Does it say? Let's just feel it. I'll be able to tell you from feel. Okay, so it's definitely cellulose watercolor paper. Oh, I see, because this side is attached. That's pretty cool, though. I really like a good zigzag sketchbook. It's got 18 pages. So it's a surface with 2 textures, so that's nice. There is, that's the problem right there. Take it off. Right? If I take that off, will it let me open it? No, it's because this is... I don't want to break it. Okay, I don't want to break it. I don't want to break it. But that's exciting. This is a cool item. This is something that I could definitely... Maybe I'll do this as like a thing on the channel. Would you like to see me fill this out over time? I could do that. Let me know in the comments below. Okay. Let's keep going. That was number 10. So now we look to number 11. I do love the packaging. Like, this is so cute, and I think it traveled pretty well so far. Okay, we have more Brunzil stuff. These look like markers. Not sure these are the highest quality thing, but yeah, that's like a felt tip pen. But we have 3 matching colors, so we'll test. We shall test them and see. That was 11. Number 12 looks hefty. Hefty. We have, some olive Liquitex soft body acrylic paint. That's exciting. I don't have any Liquitex soft body acrylic. I don't really have a ton of acrylic paint either, so these are all things that I will add to my art collection and feel good about. So far, I will say, compared to the Arteza Advent Calendar, the Arteza Calendar is very cohesive. It's meant to do specific projects, which is great. This is more of a, like, grab bag for artists, which I also find very enjoyable, because as somebody that just likes art supplies, I feel like I can use these however I want, and that they are all around, all year art supplies, which is a really cool thing if you're trying to get a gift for an artist. So number 13 is an Artline Candy Crystal Solid Highlighter. Solid highlighter. What is that? What are you? Whoa, inkjet safe. So you can put it over printed things? What? Okay, I can't wait to test that. And it twists up. Okay, that is different. I've never seen one of those before. That's pretty cool. Also, I am somebody that also likes office supplies. So something like that, it's kind of like in between, is good for somebody like me. We are on number 14, so we are making our way through. Ooh, more oil pastel, or more oil paints. So a Winsor yellow fast drying oil color. So this goes with, we have a second oil paint. So again, nice when you give me more of one thing to play with. So let's try that again. It's really nice when they give me more of the same type of art supply to play with. That actually sounds professional. So far though, this brush is a watercolor brush, which will go fine with the ink, but this does not seem like it would hold up to oil paints. So I have not gotten a brush yet that I have brushes I could use with oil paints, but just saying. Oh, and then they gave me paint brushes. There is this seems like a pretty tough tipped paintbrush, and maybe this is what the bamboo is for. Maybe it goes in here. That doesn't make sense. But we've got this tough tipped paintbrush. And then this one is an Art Space synthetic brush number 6. So this would be, I think, a better fit for the oil paints. But it's another round 6, which, I'll be honest, I can never have enough round 6 brushes in my life. I can't. It's physically impossible to do. That was 15. So 16 is another of the big ones. Let's open it. Let's open it and see. Clayboard. Okay. So I think This was given in one of the recent boxes, but I think it says use with any media, but you scratch it out. So this is totally different and new for me, and I've never used one of these before, so looking forward to playing with that. Again, that's the whole point of art fun like this, is trying new things. I love to try new things. That was 16. 17. 17. Ooh, Conte crayons. So 2 white Conte crayons. I don't have any of these. I've looked at buying them for a long time, so that's fun. That's something to test. And if you're somebody that uses Conte crayons, I would imagine that white is a color you use up frequently, so nice to have new ones. Oh, that was the oil pastel. I was like, why is there a thing over there? So that was 17. 18 is another big one. Another of the, I can rip it like that. So this is a scratch board. So these are things that did come in a recent Upcrate, I believe. So I'm just pointing that out because I'm trying to see, like, one thing that I am interested in is to see how much of this is repeat material that you would have gotten if you had been a subscriber all year long. So these were definitely something that came in a recent box. But that's cool because I stopped getting the boxes, so I didn't get these. So I'm excited to play with the scratch board and the clay board. That was 18. Here's 19. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, got them all. It's a water brush. Very cool, very cool. Oh, it's this plunger water brush, which I think I already got one of these again in a box. So I'm starting to sense a trend that I'm not sure I like, but that's okay. We're going to give it our best. December 20th is my birthday. What do I get for my birthday present? A pencil. A nice mechanical pencil. It says Eco Point cartridge pencil. So that looks really nice and has a twisty up eraser. I like that. I love a good mechanical pencil, so that's very nice. Is the second type of graphite we've gotten in the box. Another one of these big things. We are getting a lot of surfaces, which is expensive and nice. Another zigzag sketchbook. So this one is 100% cotton. Very interesting. So this one is not, because it doesn't say it. It says 18 pages. This one also has 18 pages, but this one is 100% cotton. That's cool. I'm going to use this one when I do, and 300 GSM. Man, that's awesome. So cool. I'm going to use this one for watercolor. I'll use this one for gouache. But, oh, this is cool stuff I can do next year on the channel. Maybe we'll do something with these. Where am I at? 22. Ooh, it's a Winsor & Newton Pro marker. One single Pro marker in gray. It has a chisel tip. And a bullet. It's kind of a bullet. It's a tiny bullet, though. Super tiny bullet. But I have loads of Winsor & Newton Pro markers, so I always love a good alcohol marker. And number 23, we are reaching the end. Okay. This is a Lineo synthetic number 12 angle brush, angle shader. This will be nice to use with the oil paints and the acrylic paints. So that's exciting. All right. So now we have another box here. Let's see if this is a subscription box or if this is going to give us some information on everything. I guess we'll find out here. Okay, so this is a whole other, wow. All right, so we have another brush, and this is an Art Space number 12 round wash brush. This is an Amsterdam acrylic marker in oxide black. So it looks like maybe it's like a Posca type pen. This is a Spectrum Noir Aqua Dual. Oh, it's a sampler pack from Spectrum Noir. It's got. Let's open it. Maybe. Hello. There we go. So it's got 3 markers in here, but they are all different. So this is a Classique by Spectrum Noir. It's in fuchsia. That's an alcohol marker. This is an Illustrator, which I know the illustrators. That's an alcohol marker. And then this guy is a aqua marker. It's in aquamarine. So it's, again, brush tip, and this one has a fine liner, I think, on it. Yep, this is like a tiny fine liner. So that's an aqua marker. And then, oh my gosh, there's a pencil in here. There's a yellow Color Peps colored pencil. And there is a sketchbook in here, like a sketchbook. A Sakura. It's a black sketchbook. Okay, listen. Upcrate. Like, I know these supplies don't really seem to all go together. So, like, if that's what you're looking for in an art subscription or in an art advent calendar, you probably won't enjoy this. But if you're someone like me that just loves art supplies, this is incredible. So this is it mixed media? It feels really nice. Look, it's a black sketchbook. But it's like a fancy black sketchbook. Like leather, it's Sakura. I can't wait to test in here. This is so exciting. So we got all right, hold on. I'm going to pause, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to tell you how much I paid for this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I am back, and I know that the last time I talked to you about this, literal seconds ago for you, I said I was going to swatch everything, and that was a while ago that I filmed that, and I did not do that yet because life got crazy. But I do want to finish this video, and then I'll come back, maybe do a swatching video. Maybe that'll be a part 2. But I do want to talk about what I think currently, without playing with anything, are the pros and cons of this box alone. I think there's a ton of really good stuff to talk about. And I also want to talk a little bit about the price and the value, just because, you know, December is coming. People are going to start opening this calendar, and I wanted to just give you my 2 cents. First of all, I think this is probably the best thing I've ever gotten from Upcrate. Maybe the best thing I've ever gotten from any art subscription company. I did pay extra for it, and it was separate, but it was probably one of my favorite things I've ever opened. Now, that doesn't mean but there's pros and cons. The pros are, for the amount of stuff that we got, it's crazy. The amount of surfaces we got to work on. A scratch board, a clay board, a mixed media sketchbook, 2 more watercolor sketchbooks, one that will work well for mixed media and one that is 100% cotton, a set of acrylic pad paper, and then the probably coolest thing in the box to me is this black sketchbook from Sakura. This guy is not easy to get in America. So that's another thing I'm going to say, is that because I'm in the US, I think this box has a lot more value than it would if I might be in a different country, because a lot of what's in this box is stuff I can't regularly go to like Blick or Michael's and pick up. So I think for me, that adds a ton of value because it is stuff I can't get just by going to a local art store. So that's a pro. I think that the variety is a pro because I think there's something in here for everybody. The one thing there wasn't a ton of in this box was watercolor-esque stuff, and you did get 2 watercolor sketchbooks. I'm sure that's a con for some people, but for me, I think these are sketchbooks that will work really nicely for a lot of what's in here. You could definitely do the Poscas on it and the acrylics on it, but again, I think this is more about, hey, you like art supplies, I'm just going to give you a bunch of art supplies. So that's a con that I would say. I think that this I think that this advent calendar doesn't have a theme. It doesn't have themed things. It's just kind of a bunch of stuff thrown together. But that's okay for me because I think it's a true, like, oh, look, we're going to open stuff and it's going to be different. I think when I unbox the Arteza advent calendar, I kind of know what's coming at some points because they're definitely giving you stuff that is set for set projects. this guy, which I wasn't sure of, I believe is something that I'm supposed to use on the scratch board. I think that is the idea here, or on the clay board. I think that's what it's for. That's cool. I don't have one of them. All right, another thing that I'll say, this scratch board and this clay board were in another box, yes, but they only got one of each in that box. So if you are somebody that's been getting Upcrate, this is 2 additional surfaces to work with those supplies on, which is cool. The biggest con for me was the fact that we got an entire subscription box I had already received in here. That was a little bit disappointing because some of the biggest value that I found was actually in those acrylic paint markers from Edding. And that's a little bit of a bummer because it's stuff I already have. But Poscas and paint markers really never go to waste around here. We just use them up and then, you know, those are just extras. So I'm not that sad about it. But I would be interested to know if everybody got the same extra box or if there were just whatever, like maybe day 6 was just whatever art subscription box you had or they had lying around that they added to the boxes. So I'm not sure about that. Okay, what else can I say? Yeah, I'm excited to play with these oil paints. I don't really have a lot of oil paints. And they gave us primaries, which was cool. So let's talk about price. Let me get my pricing out. Okay, so I may have to zoom a little bit out here. Let's see. There we go. We got it in there in frame. So this is everything in the box. I tried to divide it into different categories. So let's talk each category and then we'll talk total value, which you can see at the top. This category here was surfaces. So surfaces counted for $51.09 of the value in the box. Then we had oil pastel and oil color. And the Conti crayons I put in here just because I felt like they would go with that. So that was $23.39 of the box was oil supplies. Then I did just brushes. And again, I'm not even sure that all of those brushes are necessary for what we have here. But there was $19.47 in brushes from the box. That was probably the weakest section to me. The section I'll use the least. Just because I have a lot of brushes. Then we have markers in here all the way down to, and the Winsor & Newton ink I put in there, and that was $27.90. Then we have the acrylic paint and paint markers. They were worth $50, so again, there's a ton of value here. Those Edding acrylics were a ton of that value. And then down here we have colored pencils and just regular graphite pencils for $8.09. I paid $80 for this box, and then it was $45 to ship to the US. So the shipping price was super steep. So I paid $125 to get this box here, but my value for the box was $180.57. I would say for art subscription boxes, that's a huge value. I definitely feel like I got lots of stuff in here that I don't have, that I can play with. All of these oil supplies that I've never seen before. I'm very excited about. I will use the acrylic stuff. I will use all of the brushes, save for maybe the water brush, but I'll give it to my daughter. She loves these. And this is one of the ones that's got like a plunger on it, so it's kind of cool. Sorry, I'm playing with it off camera. But I think this was awesome. I think there's so many fun things and fun projects to be had here. I cannot wait. To dive into this guy right here. This black sketchbook. I love, you know me, I've been doing black sketchbook stuff, and I think it's really fun. And I have a Stillman & Byrne Nova series book that I'm using. I'm interested to test black supplies or things that are supposed to work on black paper in here to see how well this guy holds up. But this was a really nice value add for sure on day 25. I thought that whole day 24, 25 box, whatever that last one was awesome. So what did you guys think? Did anybody else get this advent calendar? I would love to hear from somebody else that got it and what they got. Did they get the same stuff that I did or not? Is it different for every person? Are they just taking, and is this their way to liquidate, you know, stuff that didn't sell at the end of the year? I don't know, but this guy was kind of a mystery to me. I really enjoyed it. I feel like it was exciting to have all these different things for the advent calendar from Upcrate. I will definitely get it again next year. I think that this is one that I'm going to go back to for sure. So let me know in the comments below if you have gotten some of this stuff, or if any of this is stuff that you've gotten in an Upcrate and you liked it as well. And that's going to be it for me today. I hope that this video inspires you to get out some art supplies maybe that you don't think of very often and play with them today. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.